He says, first of all, these people that were struggling in Allah's path would say, Ya Allah, forgive our sins. رَبَّنَا فَاغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا. Okay? رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا. Master, cover our mistakes, cover the embarrassing things that we've done. Cover for us. The second thing, after اغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا, is وَإِسْرَافَنَا فِي أَمْرِنَا. And the excess in the decisions that we've made. In the life decisions that we made, every time we went overboard, Ya Allah, forgive that. So they saw their sins as one thing, one problem. They saw another problem where they went too far. You know, there is such a thing as even excess in the religion. The Quran tells the believers, لا تغلوا في دينكم. Don't go overboard in your religion. Let me give you an example of excess in the deen. When excess in the deen happens, somebody says, I want to study Quran. Great. I'm very happy that you want to study Quran. No, but I want to study Quran all day. But wait, you have a family. You have responsibilities. You have a job. You have to take care of, your children. You have to take care of your spouse. You have to take care of... No, I just want Allah's word. Allah's word is enough for me. Allah will take care of them. Well, the book you're reciting all day, the Quran you want to study all day, is telling you to go take responsibility. And that israf happens. One time I was talking to people there was a group of sisters that study Quran very diligently. I mean, they spend, 14, 16 hours a day just studying. And it was interesting, before I had that meeting, one of them, their daughter came to me and said, you're about to speak to this group, my mom is in this group, could you please tell them to stop? And I said, what? He said, can you please, because I miss my mom. I never see her, she's always studying, even when she's home, she's like, don't bother me, she's headphones, and she's studying vocabulary of the Quran, or she's doing this and that, and that's all she's doing, and I just never see her. And I don't know what, and I'm hoping that you can tell them something. And you know what else the scary thing was? The scary thing? She goes, because of her, I don't like studying the Quran because I don't want to become like her. That's scary, huh? That's scary. So when I went and spoke to this group of ladies, I didn't talk about this girl or call out her mom. What I did say was, let's recite an ayah together. And we read some ayat of the Quran. And some of those ayat, for example, وَإِلَى السَّمَاءِ كَيْفَ رُفِعَتْ وَإِلَى الْجِبَالِ كَيْفَ نُصِبَتْ. Haven't they looked to the sky, how it was raised? Haven't they looked at the mountains, how they were settled down? I said, how many of you have gone recently how many people have studied this ayah? Everybody raised their hand, they studied the ayah, they know all the vocabulary. I was like, so how many of you have gone to a mountain? How many of you went to just look at the night sky? Stargazing. You ever do that? No, we don't have time for that. We have to... No, but the Quran says, didn't you look? Didn't you go see? أَفَلَمْ يَسِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Didn't they go travel in the land? Didn't they see Allah's beautiful creation? You want to read about it but not do it? But Allah is telling you to go look. Allah is telling you to go see. So in other words, even excess happens in the religion. It's ironic that people are studying Quran while ignoring the Quran. That can happen. Israf happens in our emotions. Israf, by the way, is also, I mentioned aggressive emotions like anger, but there's also passive emotions like silence. Like for example, something wrong is going on. Somebody's doing something wrong to you or doing something wrong to someone else in your family, and you just say to yourself, I should have sabr, I should be quiet. And because you're quiet, the person who's doing something wrong continues to do more wrong, and continues to do more wrong, and continues to do more wrong. And you say, no, my sabr is being tested. I should be more quiet, and more quiet, and more quiet. And because of your silence, now the wrong has increased 10 times more. You committed an israf. Because you weren't supposed to yell and scream. You're not supposed to become ignorant, but you're supposed to at least speak the truth. At least call a spade, call the truth for what it is. This is what it means, tawasaw bil haqq. Right? They counsel each other truthfully, with the truth. It is what it is. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Sorry, Dad, it's wrong. Sorry, Mom, it's wrong. Sorry, my son, I know that hurts, but it's wrong. Sorry, my wife or husband, what you did is wrong. It is what it is. It needs to be called out. If you don't do that, you create an israf against yourself, against somebody else. So the israf takes many forms, and this is why it's not something I can give you all the examples of in how many ways can israf exist. But you, for your own life, have to take a very careful stock and say, where am I doing too much? Where am I doing not enough at all? And what am I taking focus away from? Even when it comes to matters of love. There's such a thing as israf in love. You become too obsessed with someone, too consumed with someone. A mother can become overly obsessed with her son. All she thinks about is her son. What are you doing? What did you eat? Where'd you sleep? Are you at work? You still at work? What's going on? All the time, all the time, all the time. Why? And if she's doing that, then she's no longer able to be a wife to her husband. Then she's no longer able to pray the way she's supposed to pray. Then she's no longer able to take care of her own health the way she's supposed to take care of her own health. Comes back to the same point. When you have too much in one side, you start ignoring other sides. And that's a hard thing to come back to balance, to calibrate yourself. That's why this dua, it's remarkable, the wording. First thing we ask Allah, forgive our sins. Then we ask Allah, whenever we went in excess, cover that. In other words, every time we went in excess, something else must have been destabilized. So Ya Allah, basically stabilize us again. Which is why the next words are even so profound and so logically connected. وَثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا. Firm our feet. Give us stability where we stand. ثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا. Plant our feet. What we're learning here again is, what does israf do? It makes your life unstable.